Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, it's a windy day today, guys, but I wanted to give you guys a little update on the channel, at least as far as, you know, what we're going doing in the future, because, you know, in the past few videos I've talked about cultural issues, talked a little bit about politics, and these are issues I definitely want to keep yapping on. But another huge thing that I want to be a part of this channel is the motorcycle. As some of you know, I do have some tutorials on the bike as far as changing into a K&N air filter, cleaning the chain, doing little things like that as far as upkeep on your motorcycle. But really soon I'm going to be getting a Power Commander 6. Now, I've heard so many conflicting things about these things. Now, whenever you put a Power Commander 6 on your bike, you actually can improve the peak power on the thing. You'll actually increase the throttle response where it's a lot touchier. It'll want to get up and go a lot better. You can increase you can actually adjust every single gear's top peak's RPM range, increase the power to its fullest, because this bike actually really needs that Power Commander, because this is an 06. Now, I'm not really sure how it works out on newer bikes, but with an 06 ECU, if I flash this ECU on this bike, the mechanics at the dyno shop told me that on that year, it just really wouldn't make that much of a difference. It really wouldn't be worth it to pay for the bike to get dyno tuned, because they're not really going to be able to adjust it. They're not really going to be able to get it to where I would really want it. But they said if you buy a Power Commander 6, then we can fine tune it to the T. We can make it, you know, give it as much power as possible, you know, in every single gear. So I went ahead and said screw it, and I spent 500 bucks on it. Now, the current situation right now is it's on order. I'm waiting for it to come in. It's supposed to come in a couple days, and I don't know if I'll install it. It's really just kind of a plug and play system, guys. It's really not that difficult to install a programmer. It's just what it is it's good to have people that know what they're doing so they can adjust it and fine tune it, especially if it's dyno tuned. This is a problem I see a lot of people do with these bikes, is that they'll buy the programmer, they'll put it on themselves, they'll try to adjust it, and you can get like free mapping from their site, their website, from DynoJet website. They actually have mappings for bikes, but I've already looked at the mapping for this particular bike. This is a 2006 CBR 600RR, and they don't have a mapping for a bike that already has a full Two Brothers exhaust and a K&N air filter system. So I'm getting a lot of airflow, which is really causing my bike to run not as good as it should, not as optimal as it should. Yeah, it's I mean, there's little things that I worry about that causes me to hesitate, and whenever you hesitate, you're a worse rider, guys. You have to you cannot hesitate when you ride. If you hesitate, it could be a life or death situation. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to hesitate. I need to improve my riding skills. Obviously, riding around here is no big deal. But I am somebody, and I'm not advocating for this, but I am somebody that does like to ride a little excessive sometimes, a little over the speed limit, guys, around corners. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's why you want these bikes. Look at those brakes, boys. Look at those brakes. Just nothing, right? I could have gear braked a little bit if I wanted to, but I decided not to, right? Screw that. But anyways, that's why I want that Power Commander. I want this baby to run as tip-top as it can for that track day. I also got to do some other things on the bike, make sure that she's completely okay to be allowed on the track so I can ride this thing, because this is like a dream of mine. You know, ever since I've had this bike, I have always wanted to get on a track and ride and see, you know, just what am I capable of right now, and then learn from professionals and people that really know what the hell they're doing. People that know how to ride these things with efficiency. People that know like how fast to go, what lines of sight you should be taking as far as driving, and all kinds of little things that I don't really follow, to be perfectly honest, guys. Like when I ride, I mean, I do a little bit, but I'm not perfect, right? I'm a decent rider, but I'm not a good rider, right? And that's okay. You know, it's good to humble yourself and think and say to yourself, you know what? I need to take some lessons. I need to become better. Now, you know, I'm going to be doing California Superbike is the company that's going to be teaching me or helping me ride. It's like one full day of riding with a bunch of pros. They get out there, they show you the way, they teach teach you all the ups and downs, and you know, you go through a whole bunch of little protocols before they take you out. You'll go on the track, then you'll go back in, talk to a bunch of people about all this, about what you need to improve upon, what you need to be doing, and you'll do this quite a few times the very first day. So I'm really excited for this, but I want my bike to be in tip-top shape when I go over there. So I gotta change some brake pads on my rear brake because those things are getting a little thin. My front's pretty good, but my rear's a little thin, so I gotta fix that. That's not a big deal at all. I got to get that programmer on, and hopefully, you know, like Tuesday or a couple days from now, hopefully I'll have that programmer and I can get this thing put on this bike. And once I do get it on that bike, then I can schedule a dyno appointment, because the mechanic where I live, we don't have a dyno machine around here for motorcycles at all, which kind of sucks. So I got to go pretty far to get to where there is one. But I mean, that's what you gotta do to make things run right. So I'll be going up there, hopefully, you know, like after I get the Commander put on, hopefully a couple days after that, I'll get it dynoed. And what I'll do is I'll get it dynoed with the Commander on, and then I'll get it dynoed after they adjust the Commander to where hopefully the bike's running at peak performance, and I can show you guys the results. Because a lot of videos I see with these power Commanders is they don't really show the difference in results. Like, they'll get out, oh, it runs better, it's faster, it's this and that, you know, but how do you really know without seeing that paperwork and seeing, you know, how much horsepower does it have at this amount of RPMs, how much torque does it have at this amount of RPMs, and in which gear does it have this amount of torque and this amount of horsepower at a certain amount of RPMs, right? I'm kind of guessing the bike's sitting at around 115, 118 horse at the rear wheel. That's usually what they are stock, depending on how well they run. This bike runs terrific. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So I'm thinking I should still have a good 115 horse at the rear wheel, but we're going to try to improve it. We're going to try to get a little bit more out of it. I'm not really sure how much I can, but again, I do have a K&N air filter on this thing, and I do have a full Two Brothers exhaust on it, which really adds a lot of airflow. So hopefully we can adjust that fuel mixture to match the airflow, so that way we have a more optimized machine, as well as having a much better throttle response. So, you know, the gist of the video is I'm just giving you guys an update that on the bike, as far as we're going to be doing some things for the bike in the next upcoming videos, but we will definitely be talking about politics and culture things in the future, because there's a lot of hilarious things going on out there, man. People just getting crazy as hell, flipping out over the littlest things. But I digress. We'll talk about all those things another day, guys. Let me know if you have a Power Commander on your bike, if you felt like it really helped out. Again, I'll be putting a Power Commander 6 on mine, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.